What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Rustic Randy video. I'm Rustic Randy. Call me Rustic, call me Randy, call me bitch. Sorry, excuse that one. Call me whatever you want. Rustic Randy here. So, okay. I'm not going to do this in every video that I ever put out, but since I'm just starting on YouTube here, I want to have a disclaimer for everyone to know. I've done YouTube before. My channel was not that big, but I've had a channel before. I've had two channels. They're both non-existent. I've done reactions before to many different things. And I'm not going to be re-uploading content because copyright is what took my channel down. Whole long story, not going to worry about it. Anyway, I'm back at it again. I'm going to focus heavily on RWBY. You can tell based on a poster I have here, and the fact that RWBY Volume 7, Chapter 1 just premiered as of yesterday to this video. So it gives you a time frame of when I'm recording. Now, if everything goes well, I'm also going to be uploading this video tonight. It is nighttime. It's dark outside. It's past 8 o'clock. You don't need to know all these details, but my intentions were to release some reviews, recaps of volumes 1 through 6, leading up the 6 days up to volume 7's public release, if you will, non-first member release, YouTube release, or whatever it's going to be. I don't even think it's going to be on YouTube. I'm not sure. I need to look into that. Anyway, so let's get started. I want to keep these under 20 minutes if I can. I ramble, sorry. If you're not interested in reviews or recap videos, you'd rather focus on reactions, that's totally fine. You do not have to watch these. I'm literally only doing this YouTube thing for my own benefit, for fun. I'm not monetizing anything, anything like that. So let's get the ramble over with, okay? A little bit of an update. Okay, here we go. So RWBY, Volume 1, Recap Review. I've done videos like this before, and they were like 40 minutes long, plus, in multiple parts. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that to you, or to me, because I will lose my voice. I have been working all day, and I'm tired, but let's recap Volume 1. So, Volume 1 starts out with a good narrative. You have your mysterious narrator. Oh, by the way, spoilers for anyone who has never watched RWBY from the beginning or at any point in the series. This is spoiler heavy, so I'll probably add like a spoiler tag in some way for the video. So if you do not want to be spoiled on the series, or I don't know why you'd want to do this, if you want to understand the series without having to watch it all and pick up at Volume 7, I guess you can do my videos. But why would you do that? You're weird if you do that. You're weird and you're wrong, and you need to be put down. Sorry, that went too far. Yeah, okay, so Volume 1 starts with a good mysterious narrator and a narrative on how man born from dust, that whole thing, the creatures of Grimm, who have been around for, as long as man can remember, if not longer than man has been around, and they're just evil creatures, if you will, that are soulless, and that you have huntsmen and huntresses who have discovered this thing called dust, and can this element in the world, crystals known as, and they call it dust. Exactly why they call it dust, I guess it's because man born from dust. Read into that how you will, based on future volumes and certain things being revealed, but we're ignoring all of those for this volume. So you have huntsmen, you have huntresses, who combat and fight against the creatures of Grimm, which is really cool concept. So it sets up an environment for students to learn at an academy, Huntsman Academy, to learn how to fight against and kill monsters. That's the primary objective of huntsmen and huntresses. However, they also partake in taking down bandits and nefarious ne'er-do-wells, so to speak. So, sorry, I'm nerdy. Get over it. Volume 1 is great. It's a great introduction. Monty Oum is the creator of the series and originator of the series, if you will. And you have Kerry Shawcross and Miles Luna, who take on the directing, producing, writing, so on and so forth. Low budget starts, but for a low budget, dude, that, ladies and gentlemen, that volume was great. Volume 1 is a great introduction. It's a lot of fun. The episodes are super short. I was used to that because I watched Red vs. Blue, and I had binged all of Red vs. Blue up to a certain point, and then found RWBY. So I was used to the short length in episodes, or chapters, if you will. It was a lot of fun. You get introduced to your main character, or one of the 4 main characters, in Ruby Rose. Now, the other thing to take in with all of this is you get the 4 trailers, character short trailer things, whatever you want to refer to them as, for Volume 1. So you get the red trailer, the white trailer, the black trailer, the yellow trailer, and you get to know, not everything about them, but you get a song and you get some action with RWBY, with Weiss, Blake, and Yang, and respectively in order there. And it's a lot of fun. You learn that RWBY and Yang are sisters. Weiss has this inner conflict about who she is and putting on a front. It's kind of a tsundere style character, and Blake is a very reserved character who keeps her personal feelings more restrained into herself because she's afraid to open up to others. She's hiding something. She's hiding, spoiler for the end of the series, the last 2 chapters, Black and White and Stray. I think that's the 2 chapters, even in order, Black and White and Stray. If I have it wrong, let me know. I'm not looking at any information. I hit the record button. This is all off the top of my head. Hiding the fact that, Blake herself, that she is a faunus. Faunus is another race of creatures in the series. Creatures, they're people, they're humans in a way, but they're humans who have animalistic traits, or a single animalistic trait per individual. You could have dog ears, you could have cat ears, you could have scales on your face, you can have gills, you could have webbed hands or feet, a tail in some cases, depending on the animal. It's like you could, there's been a lion tail shown in the series, there's been a cat tail, dog tail, rabbit tail actually, rabbit ears is another one, stuff like that. So in a way, they're humans with animalistic traits, and I find that interesting. I think it's a really cool character design. It adds to a lot of things about these peoples, and there's a lot of interesting things you can do with that. So there's the humans, and then there's the faunus. It's kind of a racial, speciesist? Is that a word? I don't know. Nationalist, kind of. Racist is hard to say because it's not that they're different race, they're a different species. Speciesist, that's the word I'm going to use. So there's speciesist things going on between the humans and the faunus, and it's that the humans feel they are superior, the faunus are the inferior or the minority, but there's not really a minority to them. They're just mistreated, mishandled. They're used as slave labor back in the day. They're used as hard labor now. Slavery has been abolished. All this stuff. Yeah, so there's that. We're at the 10-minute mark as of when I hit the button to record. So right now it's probably about 9 minutes in. Want to wrap this up. So you meet Ruby, you meet Ozpin, who is the headmaster of Beacon Academy, and you meet Glinda Goodwitch, who is a teacher assistant to the principal, however you want to refer, Professor Ozpin. And you get to the Huntsman Academy, you get the bullying with Cardin Winchester, you meet Jean, Pyrrha, Nora, and Ren with Team Juniper. I guess it's Jean, Nora, Pyrrha, Ren is the correct order. It's another team. Team RWBY, RWBY, is made of Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, and they are forced, so to speak, into a team, and so is Juniper, and so is Cardinal, and all these other teams that happen to exist with all the students in the school that are going to be first years. Ruby is 2 years behind, but since she has shown that she is ready and able to take on things in the world and protect the innocent, she has been moved up 2 years into the academy, and she loves cookies. Cool. So that was quick. That only took about a minute and a half to explain. The whole of Volume 1 is them in the academy finding kind of who they are amongst themselves, becoming friends, becoming teammates, and not really fighting against evil and this and that so much. That it happens. Yeah, they fight against some bad guys, some creatures of Grimm, the Nevermore, Ursa, and the Beowulfs. There's the Deathstalker too, and that's all they had in Volume 1. Nope, the Borbatusk. Almost forgot about that one. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. You got to meet some professors, as I stated, Professor Ozpin and Glinda Goodwitch, and you also meet Professor Peter Port, and Bartholomew Ublek. Doctor, not professor, doctor. Didn't earn the PhD for fun. So that's really cool. Teachers are cool, professors are cool, all that stuff. Students are cool. There's a lot of cool things. The biggest thing with the series is the weapons. They have 2+ forms. You know, Ruby has a scythe that is also a high-impact sniper rifle. You have the Ember Celica for Yang. Oh, and Ruby's weapon is Crescent Rose, which is a beautiful name for a weapon. Yang has Ember Celica, which are gauntlets that are also shotguns, so she punches and shoots. She can shoot at a distance. It's pretty cool. Weiss has a rapier that is like a revolver. It's a sword, but it controls as dust, different forms of dust, in the revolver, which is elements, if you will, and she uses that to combat. She's almost like a mage type. Pretty cool. Area of effect kind of stuff. And Blake has a sword that shifts into like a katana, like a wakizashi. There you go. It's a short sword, short katana, samurai sword, whatever term you feel like using. And she transforms it down into what is essentially a handgun, and she can also throw it with a ribbon, and it's like a ribbon whip chain sickle kind of thing. Pretty cool. Like it. Her sheath doubles as a secondary sword, like a cleaver style. It's pretty, getting too detailed with it. Anyway, weapons are cool. They have abilities known as semblance, and they also have something known as aura. Aura is a manifestation of the soul, and what aura does is it is almost like a force field. Thank you, Jean, for that. And it protects the wielder from outside harm, and it can even heal wounds to a certain degree. Aura can be depleted, it can run out, it can be broken through. So even if you have it and use it, someone can still shoot you and still stab you, potentially, and kill you in one hit if you're not focused enough, or if the hit they hit you with is strong enough. So it's not impervious. It's not a superpower, so to speak. It is a thing that all living creatures have and are capable of using. Huntsmen and huntresses just train to use it to the fullest extent. And a semblance is almost like your own superpower. Turn into rose petals, super speed, summoning, shadow clones, essentially, for those of you who know Naruto series. Yeah, so a semblance is pretty cool. It's like its own little superpower. The series is a lot of fun. Volume 1 is a great focused introduction to the series, and it doesn't expand broadly on a world that they're in. It's just, you know, the general gist of this world and the things that are in it, and it sets it up so you want to see what's going to happen next. There's a big battle in the middle, a big battle at the beginning, a big battle in the middle, and a big fight towards the end, and it's a lot of fun. So this isn't too spoilery heavy with this recap review, so I think I've done a good job. There's certain things that, of course, talking about it has to be spoiled in some way. But yeah, if I was to compare RWBY Volume 1 as for a startup to a series to something anime or a TV show like Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first book or first season, or any other show for that matter, anime or cartoon, I would say RWBY doesn't rank up there as the absolute highest on the list for, wow, this is god tier, got me super hooked, super interested, really quick, really fast from the start. To me, I was a fan of Roosterteeth and Achievement Hunter, so I knew those who were involved, as well as Red vs. Blue, and there's going to be a lot of crossover for voice talent or management behind it, direction, just stuff like that. And it hooked me, but I don't think it hooked me because it was one-off and something I'd never seen before. It was more like, this animation style is interesting, it's a little bit clunky, but I like it, I can get with it, the voice acting is good, the story is good, the world is good, the characters are adorable, I love the character design, and it hooked me. It made me really want to stay and focus on the series, and that's what's kept me going this whole time, is that it expands every season for me, or every volume. So to give it a 1 out of 10, honestly, for me, I am biased, so I'm not a complete outside source. I would definitely give this I'd give it an 8 for an introduction to a series, and I really liked Volume 1. So yeah, that's coming from me, and I've watched a lot of anime out there. Now there's a lot of classics and a lot of good stuff that I haven't watched. I'll eventually get to it, but yeah, definitely hooked me. So yeah, there's my review, recap, generalization of RWBY Volume 1. If you like it, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you want. That would be really cool. I do have a Patreon. I'm going to link that down below. There's nothing on it yet. There's going to be videos on it. If you're watching this in the future, there might be content there. Don't worry, you don't have to pay me if you don't want to pay me to get content from me. There's a lot of things I have in store that I want to put there. It's going to take some time and effort, and I have 2 jobs at the moment, so it's kind of strained on what's going to be put up. Yeah, so there we are. I'm really bad at doing outros. I'm sorry about that. It's something I'm still getting the hang of. So with all that said, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Peace. Stay rusty.